Take a copy, pen. If I ask a question, answer them orally, okay? So what is the name of the book you can see over there? Intercultural Communication Reader. Okay, write the first two words in your copy. Write the first two words. Write the words intercultural and communication. Write the two words in a note copy. Intercultural and communication. Quickly, do it very fast. Write the words intercultural, okay. What do you understand by the word intercultural?
Communication between different cultures.
Okay, relation between different cultures. More than one culture. Okay, what is the second word? Communication, right? What is communication? Namiga, you're Namiga? What is communication, Namiga?
Between two people.
Two people. What between two people? Fighting? Huh?
Interacting with people.
Interaction between two people is communication. Okay, good. For example, here Divakar sir asked you a question, right? You gave an answer. He was not clear. He asked a second question. You clarified. This is communication. Example of communication. Okay. So this essay, now we're going to read, is about how people talk when they meet somebody from another culture. Okay. Keep your copy ready, book ready, pen ready. Okay. What is the title? Communicating interculturally, becoming competent. What do you understand by the word competent? Julith, you are Julith, right?
Yes.
What do you mean by competent? You are very competent in dancing. Means?
Focus. Focus.
Focus? Okay, okay. What do you mean when I say you are very competent in playing games?
I'm good in playing games.
Good. If you are competent in something, you can do it very well. You can do it very well. For example, I am competent in speaking English. Not perfect, not very good, but I am competent. I can run my class in English medium, for example. Okay, let's talk to Mr. Rai. What are you competent at, for example? Like I'm competent at speaking English. So what are you competent at?
I'm competent at playing football.
Playing football. You play football regularly? Good. So Mr. Rai is competent at playing football. What are, Miss Bista, what are you competent at?
Talking. Talking.
Talking. Okay. Miss Rai is competent at talking. And that's the topic of our lesson. How to become competent about talking. That's the topic of the lesson we're doing. Thank you, Miss Rai. Thank you, Miss Bista, for your answer. Okay. Now, read this quotation and select one word from this quotation, only one word, no two, which is most important for you. 10 seconds, and write down. Read the quotation. Select the most important word and write down. In 10 to 20 seconds. Only one word. Only one word. Select the most important word and write down. So what's the word you selected? You didn't do. Do the task if I ask you to do something. What's the word you selected from first quotation?
Impression.
Yeah?
Impression.
Okay, write that word there. What word did you select?
Misunderstanding.
Misunderstanding. Okay. Raise your hand If you selected the word misunderstanding, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, okay, that is the most important word in this quotation. You are right. You got it right. Misunderstanding. So in your copyright, number 1, misunderstanding. Now, read the second quotation over there and select only one most important word. Quickly. Select only one most important word. Select only one most important word. Read the quotation and select only one most important word. Did you read? What's the word you selected from second quotation? Obstacle. What's your word?
Cross-cultural.
Huh?
Cross-cultural.
Cross-cultural. What's your word you selected?
Differences.
Differences. Which word did you select? Obstacles. Okay. Raise your hand. Honestly, please do not cheat the teacher. Raise your hand if the word is selected is obstacles. That's the right word. Yes. The most important word here is obstacles. Okay. Now read the last quotation. Read the last quotation. And choose one word which seems to be most important for you and note it down. You selected first, most of you, misunderstanding. Second, you selected obstacles. And third, you selected which one? Okay, so Ms. Thapa selected awareness. Fine, fine. Awareness. She heard me and wrote. I don't know. What did you select? Awareness. Why do you think awareness is an important word in this quotation? Keep thinking, keep thinking. Which word did you select? Which word did you select? Awareness. Okay, which one? Did anyone in the last quotation select the word change? 1, 2, 3, 4 people. 5 people. Change is the most important word in this quotation. Okay, now write the 3 words ABC. Misunderstanding, obstacle, change. Okay, read the highlighted part. My question is, what is the purpose of this book? Write the answer. In a copy, write the answer. The purpose of this book is. Quickly. Read the selection there and write in your answer. What is the main purpose of this book? What is the main purpose of this book? What is the main purpose of this book? Did you write? What is the main purpose? Let me read. Give you a copy. So you write, the purpose of this book is to give us knowledge and wisdom. Okay. Is that what the sentence is? I want your answer to be based on the reading of the sentence over there. Follow that. And see if you are right. So what is the purpose of this book, main purpose? Can you tell me? Improve what?
Reader communication.
Okay, improve your ability to communicate. Communicate where? Communicate where?
Like between the peoples, intercultural people.
Okay, between people of different culture.
Yes.
So the purpose of this book is, from where this essay is taken, to make you better speaker when you speak or have to speak with a person from another culture, right? Okay. So, you earlier wrote 3 words, right? So here are the meanings of the 3 words. Note them down, 1, 2, 3. Note them down. What to know about misunderstanding, what to know about obstacles, what to know about changes. Copy the 3 sentences. Copy the 3 sentences.
The highlighters.
Yeah.
One.
1, 2, 3. There is numbering. So what should you do with misunderstanding? You should be sensitive to misunderstanding, right? For example, last year you read one essay in first semester, first unit, first essay, first week. Where do we stand? Where do we stand? It gives lots of examples of misunderstandings. For example, in the first paragraph, the Saudi Arabian guest who is in the cocktail party, he is talking to the American. And what happens? What is the misunderstanding? The Saudi Arabian goes too close to the American, right? And the American feels uncomfortable when the Saudi comes too close. So the misunderstanding is the Saudi is not sensitive that Americans do not like someone, stranger, coming too close in public places. They have a zone of privacy, 18 inches, right? Second, learning how to recognize cross-cultural obstacles. What other cross-cultural obstacles the lesson talks? For example, the lesson talks about Arabians, Americans, it talks about Middle Easterners, it talks about Japanese. For example, Japanese people do not mind if you touch them in the subways. But at home and in the offices, it's an offense to touch Japanese people. You must maintain 2 feet distance. And even if you greet, you must bow down from a distance of 3 feet. Whereas in the subways, even if you brush against their body, they won't mind because there is a crowd. So different rules for different places, right? Okay. So second, learning how to recognize cross-cultural obstacles created by cultural differences. What creates cross-cultural obstacles? Cultural differences. Third, discovering ways to change your behavior in a positive manner. So 3 things to become better or more competent cross-cultural speaker. Number 1, you should be sensitive to misunderstanding. What does it mean? It means you should guess before problems are created that there may be a problem, and you should be aware. Second, you should learn how to recognize cross-cultural obstacles that may result from differences. If you are talking to, let's say, Saudi counterpart, then you should know that Saudi people want the speaker to be closer to them when they speak, right? If you're talking to Indian counterpart, Indian people do not like you looking into their eyes. If you stare into their eyes, they are uncomfortable. For example, Japanese people, if you remember last year you read, Americans when they come to Japan for dialogue, for negotiations in meetings, then American people have this habit. They look into the eyes of the counterpart. Japanese people don't like it. They feel like you are under a searchlight, right? So Japanese people bow down. Because in Japan, seniority comes from your age. And if you're talking to someone, you bow, so you look down on the ground. You don't look in the eyes. Americans look into the eyes, right? Okay, did you note the 3 things? Did you? Okay, now, okay, my question, and you find the answer. What is communication? The answer is over there. Find and note down. Note down. Write the question, write the answer. What is communication? What fell? What did fall? I was so scared. I thought my camera fell. Okay, what is communication? Find the answer and read. Right. What is communication? Write down. So what is communication? It's a shared activity which has at least 2 parties. Dyadic activity. Dyadic means having 2 sides. Right now in this class, there are 2 sides, the teacher and the student, right? So what is communication? It's a shared activity that involves action. Right now I'm speaking to Garima, for example, and Garima is not interested in my speech, for example, right? Okay. So communication means interaction, as you read here, right? What does communication mean? Note down. It means interaction, right? So communication is behavioral exchange. Somebody is watching your behavior when you talk to them. You're watching their behavior. It's very important how you behave when you talk to people. Right? Behavior. You must be prepared to adjust your communication behavior in a specific situation. That's what happens in the essay, Where Do We Stand? Many people in that essay do not understand how to behave in a given situation. They go to American party and they don't know how Americans behave, right? Then what do you read? Okay. Read this part, quickly read this part. Quickly, read it, this part. Did you read? So this writer, Brian Spitzberg, the author of the essay we are going to read, he gives you 10 advices to follow to become a better communicator. Right? How many advices? 10. So now I'll show the part. Please read this carefully and note down from here to here. First read, then note down. First read. First read silently what is given there. If you have the book, you can highlight in a book. Do you have a highlighter? I'll recommend that in my class you stay with the highlighter. And you highlight if I've highlighted something on the PDF file. If I have highlighted in the digital copy, highlight. Okay. Did you read? First read, then note. First read and then write. Done? You read? Note down. Write down the highlighted text in your note copy. Please copy down what I have highlighted in a note copy. Copy this part. Copy this part. Copy down. Please, with your hand and pen, write in your copy. Which one of you do not have the book? Whose book is this? Whose book is this? Ma'am asked me to give your names over there. She said she will talk to you. Whose book is this?
We got rated for that book.
You should have your own book. Where is your book?
This is my book, sir.
Where is your book?
What's the book, sir?
No, you can't do that. I'm excusing only today. You should have a personal copy of the book with you, your own book, your own copy. Ma'am asked me to give your names to her, and she said she will take it to the principal. I'm not doing that today. I'm giving you one more day to make sure you have your own copy of the book in my class. Where is your book? Mr. Thapa, huh?
I don't have one.
You don't have? Why? Even after these 17, 18 days asking?
It will arrive tomorrow. I'll see.
Okay, tomorrow. Okay, I'll wait till tomorrow. So, as you can see here, this is a model of intercultural communication competence. This is a research essay. Write it, copy it, copy it. Learn to write faster. done? Did you copy? Okay, so let's see what's there. So in this essay, the writer offers a profile. Whose profile? Effective intercultural communicator. Who is a good intercultural communicator? One who is highly motivated to speak. You are interested in speaking. One who has good knowledge of the topic being discussed or good knowledge of the situation. He has good knowledge of all the things required to become a competent speaker. One who has practiced speaking skills, listening skills, interaction skills. He knows the skills, manners. One who is a reliable speaker. One who doesn't tell lies. One who doesn't cheat people. Who is reliable. You can believe what they are saying. He gives that impression. Who is a speaker? Who tries to meet the expectations of your partner. For example, if I speak to her in a situation, I am the actor, she is the co-actor. Now, I should understand her expectations from me, and she should understand my expectations from her, right? So both of us should understand expectations from each other. For example, in the essay, where do we stand? In the first paragraph, the American expected the Saudi to maintain a distance. And the Saudi did not understand Americans' expectation and went too close. As a result, there were obstacles. What obstacle? The American felt bullied. The American felt bad. And the conversation was a bad experience. Okay. Then, number 6, strike a balance between autonomy and intimacy. As I talked to her, for example, in that example, where do we stand? When the Saudi went too close, the Saudi went so close to the American that they could smell each other's breath, and he might spit on his face. Now, what was happening? Do you see? The Saudi wanted to become too intimate to the American, whereas America needed autonomy of maintaining distance, because American people have zone of privacy. They in public places they have a kind of 18 inches area around their body, which should not be encroached by anybody. So the Saudi tried to become too intimate. The American wanted autonomy and separation, gap, distance. So the Saudi violated the norm by going too close, right? So understand how much independence you need and how much intimate you can become. I remember once I had an American professor in my college, and it was evening class, and while in the college I'll say, "Good evening, ma'am." One day she called me and said, Divakar, do not greet me like that. I said, how should I greet you? Then she said, Regina, say, hi Deborah, that's her name. You don't say me in the corridor, hi Divakar. That's not in our culture. If you said, hi Divakar, I'll say, you are not my friend, you are my student. How can you say hi Divakar to me? Because in Nepali culture, only friends can say hi to each other. You don't say hi to teacher. But in America, a student can say hi to a teacher because they treat equal, right? So, understand that autonomy and intimacy. When I said, good morning, good evening, ma'am, I was showing too much honor, and she was not comfortable with this expression of honor. Reflect similarities. If you see similarities between you and the counterpart, reflect on that, because similarities can help you negotiate or communicate better. Manifest trust. As you talk, make the other person feel that you're a trustworthy person. Manifest trust. Make them feel you trust them. Then they will trust you. Then offer social support to your counterpart and have access to multiple relationships in foreign culture. If you follow these 10 things, Brian Spielberg says you will be a better communicator. Now, okay, now we come to the essay. Where is, someone help me? Okay. Someone help me come to my screen. Hello? Now I can. Okay. Write the title of the essay in a copy on a new page. Or you can do that on the same page. Copy the title. Copy the title. Title. Copy the title. Write the title. A model of intercultural communication competence. As I said earlier, this is an essay. This is an essay. This is a research essay. What kind of essay? What is a research essay? A research essay deals with a problem. It deals with a problem. What is a problem? Something that you do not understand is a problem. For example, you do not understand why Divakar sir took all your bags last Monday, right? And you made me a call somebody. I scolded you and said, don't make me call again. Then you went to ma'am, right? And I told her this morning, ma'am, expect more problems are going to come from this class. I told her, be prepared. Throughout the semester, more problems will come. She asked me why. I gave the answer. I won't tell you this answer here. Problem. I told her why. Right? I won't give the answer here. Right? Problem. Now one can do a research in this classroom. Teacher behavior. Is it okay or not? One can do a research on my behavior, right? For example, they can watch my videos and study how I behave in class. Problem. There is no research without a problem. Problem is something you want to understand. As I explain you things like this, I expect you not to sit like this, arms akimbo. I don't expect you to sit in a resting position. I expect you to have a pen and copy and quickly jot down notes what I'm explaining. I told you so many things. I told you that this is a research essay. I told you what is research essay. Can I see your notes about what is research essay? There is no note. Look at the problem. You are supposed to jot down notes listening to the teacher. When you don't note, you have no idea what happened in the class. When you note, writing is learning. Your mind starts grasping the idea. Right? When you note, you are filtering my speech, my lecture. You are deciding what to note, what not to note, and you are learning. But if you sit like this as you were sitting earlier, like him, look, he is resting back. This is not a proper position to sit in classroom. You sit in a restaurant like this, right? You should sit like this. Straight 90 degree. This bone 90. Yes, 9. This is the position. Because your brain, this part, and this part should be proportional, direct line. Then learning becomes faster. But when you incline down, making 45 degree, there is no learning. It's a science. It's a science. You check internet. How you sit matters for the learner. Because when you rest back, your brain is not aligned to this spinal cord. And your brain is not grasping what I'm teaching you. So how you sit is very important. Right? How you sit is very important. If you, for example, I've been telling you, I want to tell you again, this is the right position. Because my head and my spinal bone, this cord, they are aligned in the same line. My brain functions properly. But if I do like this, as he was doing earlier, I'm not in the classroom. I'm in my living room. Or I'm in a restaurant. I'm resting. I'm not learning. This is not a posture for learning in classroom. Please understand. Right? You may be angry, I know. You may be angry because I know you don't like me telling you these things. Right? Because you think you come to college to enjoy. Yes, enjoy, but you also come to college to learn. And learning should be enjoyable, I do agree. The learning experience should be enjoyable, I do agree. So I was saying, okay, let's come to the essay. A model of intercultural communication competence. So you have 3 words here. As you noted earlier, intercultural. First word you have is intercultural. Second word is communication. Third word is competence. And we talked about the meaning of these 3 words. We said competence is ability to do something in a very good way. Communication is interacting with people on a topic. Right now I'm communicating with you. First, intercultural means people from one culture meeting people from another culture. Okay, now your job is, we have about 5 minutes time. What you do, you go through your page, your essay I mean, and you will see in your essay that you have headings like this, right? This heading is in all cap, right? All cap. And then you have other headings. For example, you have all cap heading, right? Heading written in all capital. Then you have number 1. You have a subheading. It's not in all cap, right? Then if you go down, you have 1 point A, 1 point B. Your job is now, on a new page, begin from the title and write down all the headings and subheadings in the 8 pages. Now, there are 8 pages in this chapter. How many pages? Let me check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 pages. 11. Now your job is prepare an outline of this essay. How? By copying the headings and subheadings. How to know the headings and subheadings? The main headings are printed in all capital. Subheadings are printed with Roman numbers or numerals 1, 1 point A, 1 point B, 1 point C, 1 point D, 2, 2 point A, 2 point B, 2 point C, 2 point D, 3, 3 point A, 3 point B, 3 point C, 3 point D, 4, 4 point A, 4 point B, 4 point C, 4 point D. So you will prepare an skeleton outline of this. Your time starts now. Am I clear? Yes, like this.
And after writing this, we have to
No, you won't get into the paragraphs.
Okay.
You won't get into the paragraphs. One thing to understand, please, look at me. Look at me, understand one thing. See here. One thing. Hello. When you see this heading with all capital, hello, what you need to understand is that this is the root heading. Under this heading, you have a subheading. Under this heading, you have a subheading. For example, under that heading, first subheading is this one. See the size of the font. The font in the main heading is bigger. The font in the main heading is bigger. Yes, here. And the font in the subheading is smaller. So you will copy this, then you will copy this, and under this you will copy one and you will write this. You can leave a margin here. You can leave you can indent the line. You can leave indent to show that this point is under this point. This is the subheading for this heading. Then you go down and you copy this 1A. So where is 1? Look here. Here is 1. This is 1A. So this heading is under this heading. This point is under this point. And do you see the size of font? This has bigger font size, smaller font size to indicate which idea comes within which idea. So this idea comes under this idea. So you will leave 1 inch margin and then you will note down to show that this point is within this point. And you go down, 1 point A, you have 1 point B, then you have 1 point C, then you have 1 point D. There are 4 points within 1. Then you move to 2. You move to 2. Now you will write 2 directly vertically under 1. You will write point number 2 vertically under point number 1. And 1 point A, 1 point B, 1 point C, 1 point will be half inch margin. Now 2 and 1 will be in the same line. 2 point A, half inch margin. 2 point B, half inch margin. 2 point C, half inch margin. And if you go like this, you will see, you will have an outline of the whole essay. The headings at least you will know. Okay, go on doing. Go on doing it. Then 2, look here, it's 2. 2. Now go down. 2 point A, 2 point B, 2 point C, 2 point D. Now 3. 3. 3 point A, 3 point B, 3 point C, 3 point D, 3 point E. Then 4. You have 4 somewhere here. Now remember, this comes under individual system. The line where you wrote individual system, you will write episodic system. There are 3 systems. How many systems? 3. In this model, there are 3 systems. How many? Individual. Within individual, there are about 13 points. There are point 1, point 2, point 3, point 4. 4 points within individual. Point 1 has 4 subheadings. Point 2 has 4 subheadings. Point 3 has 4 subheadings. And point 4 has 5 or 6 subheadings. So about 17 subpoints are within individual system. Then you, from number 4, you come to episodic system. So your job is, let me tell you again, at home this afternoon, get a cardboard paper. Cardboard paper. What did I say? Cardboard paper. What paper? You get at a stationery shop, paying 10 rupees or 5 or 20 rupees, I don't know. In that cardboard paper, use sketch pens, color pens, or any color pens. And in the cardboard paper, bring the outline of this essay. Big size. Imagine you are a teacher. You are a teacher. And tomorrow you are going to teach this essay to your students in 5 class, or 10 class, or 12 class. You are a teacher. Tomorrow you are going to teach the essay. So you prepare the lesson for the class. And you bring the outline. Did you get my instruction? Please do it. What did I say? I repeat last time. Buy a cardboard paper, buy sketch pen, color sketch pen, and then beautifully, like a PowerPoint slide. Your cardboard paper is your slide, single slide. Okay. And in one single slide, you will summarize all the essay's major points. 3 systems and subheadings. You will copy all those headings which are in bold font. You will not write anything from the paragraph. You will not write anything from the paragraph. You will copy only those lines which are in bold font. And if you came without doing the task, I'll be unimaginably furious in class. I'm warning you, do it. Do it. That's how you learn. That's how you learn. Thank you.